Okay, this video is the purl stitch. Purl stitch is very similar to the knit stitch, just you're coming at the stitches from a different angle. So when we knit, we go in the front of the loop like this. When we purl, we're coming in the other side of the loop. Okay. So to start, you need to have that yarn in your right hand tucked between those bottom fingers to create your tension. And then your needle first needs to go under this new yarn before you start. And then you're going into this first loop from the right side. So going from right to left, and your new needle is going on top of your old needle. Then you wrap your yarn the same as you would when you're knitting. So around the back from right to left and pull it back. And then instead of pulling it out from underneath, you're pushing it out the back. So like that. And then this loop goes off the end, just like when we're knitting. And there you have one stitch. It's kind of difficult to see when you're doing this. Let me show you again. So since your yarn is already on top, you don't need to go underneath it on your second stitch. So you go in from right to left, needle going on top of your other needle. Wrap the yarn around and pull it back. Now pull that needle back towards you and pull the loop out the other side. And then release the old stitch off the left needle. Again. And that's the purl stitch. Now when you turn your knitting around and you look at this side, you'll see that it looks different to when we were just knitting. So this is now, we call this the knit side, or the correct side, right side, and this is the reverse side. So when we get to our next row, to make this a stocking stitch, we're going to do our next row in knit. So stocking stitch is knit one row, purl one row. So this will be our knit row. And you can always tell that you're on your knit row because these stitches look like V's. If you were on your purl row, your stitches just kind of look like dashes, little loops. Okay, so this is just a regular knit row. And now we're ready to do our purl row again. So most importantly on that first stitch, make sure you're going behind the yarn and coming in from right to left and going on top of the other needle. And that's your stocking stitch. Correct side, reverse side.